My network, CBS, is reporting that's all intelligence sharing, including targeting data for U.S.-provided weapons like HIMARS. There is some defensive intelligence being allowed for Ukrainians to protect themselves. Last night, European Command also issued a statement to CBS saying that there is a pause to security assistance to Ukraine, including what was already in train from the Biden administration. So that's on top of the pause of the $3.85 billion that President Trump just issued. What is the intention here? What is the specific ask that Ukraine has to deliver on for all of this to be lifted?
My experience in the reading of history and studying the Russian war, in fact, there's a great book by Russian War by a guy named Alexander Wirth, that it comes right down to it. The one thing you never want to do with the Russians is get into an attrition war. I mean, this is the same nation that in World War II lost 70,000 troops dead in Stalingrad in 6 months and continued to fight. So you have to kind of think about how do they look, how do we want to go to, and you don't want to get into a war like that. So again, bottom line, it's a forcing function to get them to the table.
But that's a pretty major concession to Russia to constrain Ukraine's ability to target and hit Russian forces. This pressure really seems to be directly impacting potentially what they can do on the battlefield.
Yeah, but you know, this is one of those, very candidly, they brought it on themselves, the Ukrainians. What I mean by that, look, when we were in the Oval Office last week on Friday, and I'll kind of give you the background a little bit of it. When we talked with President Zelenskyy before that meeting, there were 13 U.S. senators at Hay Adams. And we said, okay, this is like stage managing. This is what you want to say. It's basically going to come in. We have a precious metals deal. You're going to sign the deal. You're going to have lunch, have a press conference, exit stage right, and you're good to go. We continue to go. What happened became a very combative press conference that went on for almost, 50 minutes. That caught everybody a little bit by surprise. You know, I was right there. And I think what happened is they said, wait a second, this is not what we thought this was going to be. You don't negotiate peace discussions in public. You don't try to challenge the President of the United States in the Oval Office that, in fact, you need to side with me and not the Russians. You don't become an independent interlocutor if you look at something like that. And he was forewarned.